have to get there before the rush, okay? Shut up. No, not you. I gotta go. You're messy.
Yeah, kid, he knows.
What are you doing here?
Someone finally asked Tom Holland what Batman has on Spider-Man. His answer was basically one word. Nothing well, nothing except money, but he dropped that line standing a few feet from the actual Batman. And that's where this gets ridiculous. Let's set the scene. This wasn't a podcast or a random chat. On July 14th, Tom Holland walked the New York premiere of The Odyssey. That's Christopher Nolan's massive new epic. Hitting theaters July 17th, Holland plays Telemachus, right next to Matt Damon, Zendaya, and Anne Hathaway. So he's deep in one of the biggest press runs of his career. But reporters kept pulling him back to his other job. Spider-Man. And here's the detail that makes this whole thing click. Tom isn't just an actor who wears the suit. He's a Spider-Man fan first. He said that as a kid, he'd argue with his best friend Harrison about one thing. Who would win in a fight, Spider-Man or Batman? Tom always picked Spider-Man. Then he grew up and actually got the role. Quick side note that tells you everything about him. To prep for his first movie, he snuck into a real high school in the Bronx for a few days. The other students flat out didn't believe he'd been cast as Spider-Man, so when an Entertainment Tonight reporter asked him to rank the two heroes, this wasn't neutral. For Tom, it was personal. And he was not about to let Batman win. So here's the moment. The reporter asks him flat out, does Batman have anything on Spider-Man? Tom pauses. He does that little let me be fair here face. Then he says it. I'd say nothing. He has more money than Spider-Man. That's about it, to be honest. That's the whole answer. Batman's got the suit, the cave, the gadgets, the years of training. And out of all of it, Tom picked money. Just money. He handed Batman exactly one win. The bank account. And here's the thing, he's not wrong. Spider-Man's always been broke. He's a teenager from Queens who can barely cover rent. Batman's a billionaire with a butler and a jet shaped like a bat. So Tom didn't deny it. He just refused to give Batman credit for anything else, but now it gets funny. Because of what Tom is filming right now. His next Spider-Man movie is called Brand New Day. And he keeps describing it the same way. He calls it a mystery. A detective story. He told Esquire the goal was to make it feel like a detective movie where, for a big chunk of it, even Spider-Man is lost, going, what is going on? So here's a question. Which superhero is famous for being the world's greatest detective? Batman. That's his whole identity. And it gets sharper. The current Batman on screen, Robert Pattinson's version, leaned all the way into detective noir. Batman as a shadowy investigator. So Tom's roasting Batman for having nothing but money. While making a Spider-Man movie that borrows Batman's exact genre, you genuinely can't script this. There's one more layer that makes it even better. Years ago, Tom was asked what dream roles he'd love to play. His answer? James Bond. Or Batman. Yeah. The guy who just said Batman has nothing once said he'd love to be Batman, but the money line, the detective thing, the old Batman wish that's not even the wildest part, because of who Tom has actually stood next to in these movies. And I don't mean one Batman, I mean two. Give me 30 seconds. Because once you see this connection, you can't unsee it. Okay. Here's the part that ties everything together. Tom Holland has now shared the screen with two different Batmen. And most people never connected it. Go back to 2017. Holland's first solo movie, Spider-Man: Homecoming. The villain was a guy named Adrian Toomes. The Vulture. And the Vulture was played by Michael Keaton now. Remember who Michael Keaton is? He played Batman. Tim Burton's Batman, back in 1989, and again in Batman Returns. For a huge number of fans, he's still the best live-action Batman ever made. And Keaton knew it. Holland has told this story more than once. On set, Keaton kept slipping back into Batman. Holland told Shortlist magazine they shot a fight where he punches Keaton, and Keaton turns around and says, in that deep voice, "I'm Batman." There's a deleted scene Holland's described, too. Spider-Man pulls the Vulture out of the flames and saves his life. The Vulture asks, "Why did you save me?" Spider-Man says, "Because I'm Spider-Man." And Keaton fires back, "But I'm Batman. Sit with that." In Tom Holland's very first Spider-Man movie, the villain trying to kill him was Batman, telling him so, between takes. And Keaton wasn't done being Batman. He suited up as the Caped Crusader again in 2023. In the Flash. Now jump to 2026. The Odyssey premiere. The Night of the Money quote. One of Tom's co-stars in that film? Robert Pattinson. The Batman on the big screen right now, so when Tom Holland says Batman's got nothing on Spider-Man, he's not talking about some rival across town. He's talking about characters played by his own co-stars. One who tried to kill his Spider-Man. One standing a few feet away that very night. So what does Batman actually have on Spider-Man? Straight from the guy who's played Spidey 4 times now, money. That's the one thing. Nothing else made the list. And you can see why Tom's so relaxed about it. His Spider-Man films have reportedly pulled in around $4 billion worldwide. Brand New Day is his 4th and the start of a whole new trilogy. He's not defending an underdog anymore. He's the guy who can joke about Batman on a red carpet and watch the entire internet repeat it within hours. That's exactly what happened. Fans called it peak Tom Holland, that mix of confidence and a grin that somehow lands as charming instead of cocky, but here's the loop still hanging open. The one even Tom might not want answered. Brand New Day hits theaters July 31st. And he keeps calling it a detective movie. So if his Spider-Man really does start solving mysteries in the shadows, how far is that really? From the guy he said has nothing? We'll find out very soon. The Odyssey lands first on July 17th. Then 2 weeks later, Spider-Man's back, maybe borrowing a little more from the Bat than Tom would ever admit. So that's the one thing Batman has on Spider-Man. Money, case closed. According to Tom, if you want to see just how Batman this new Spider-Man movie is really getting, watch our full breakdown of Spider-Man Brand New Day next. It might change how you see July 31st. And if you like connections like this, the ones hiding in plain sight, subscribe. We dig one up every week. Now I want your answer. Spider-Man or Batman? Who actually wins? Tom made his pick. Drop yours in the comments.